for joining me on the Terror Machine. This is your monthly love reading for the month of May 2017, and this will be for the sign of Leo. And before I will start the reading, let me just put this message out there. I was doing a quarterly love reading for every sign, but with the Mercury retrograde, it decided to serve me a lesson that I wasn't ready for. So now I'm trying to get my foot back into things, and I will be doing monthly readings for now until I figure out where I want to take the channel or what direction I want to reshape it in. So let me go ahead and start with the reading for Leo for the month of May. So let me go and get you a overall message that will help you in the month. You got the card of embody ancient wisdom. So what it is saying for singles and couple up, go inside yourself to find the answer when it comes to love or people that you dealing with. Before you would singles, before you jump into a relationship with somebody, kind of double check with yourself to see if that person is right for you or is fitting in your new plans or what you have as an idea for a relationship to be in a one-on-one. And as for a couple, what it's saying is go inside yourself and see, look for the answers of why your relationship, one, lasted for so long, or number two, what could you do to make it better. It's saying use your own internal senses to move your relationship or tighten your relationship on a better level. So let me go ahead and get the cards to see what energies you be working with for the month. Okay. Out of the five cards I pulled, you got four cup cards. So you're, for Leos, you're deep in your emotions, and it seems like your emotions is stirred in all kind of directions, and you cannot home down on what is really going on when it comes to your love relationships or what way you want to go, because this is the most cups I had got. I've been doing the readings, but this is the most cups I have got in one particular sign. So, and maybe that's why it's saying go inside yourself and try to seek some answers. Because in the middle of the reading, what you have is the Eight of Cups in the upright. The Eight of Cups is usually a card you are ready to walk away. Singles, what it's saying is maybe you're ready to walk away from a person that you're trying to deal with, or you have a potential of you want them as a mate. You ready to walk away because maybe they're not displaying too much emotion to you, or they may be thinking that about you, or you just ready to walk away from the whole pursuit of trying to get into a relationship at this time, due to you're trying to get different internal stuff together as a couple. What it's saying is that either your companion is becoming detached from their heart when it comes to you bringing them something about the relationship. They becoming more kind of cold hearted or detached, and I hate to say the word divorce, or you're deciding to walk away from the years you put into a relationship, because um it's it's been sort of a heartbreak, or you invested all this in it and it's just not turning the way you want to. So but I'm going to get a clarifier on it and see what it is going to be towards the end of the reading. What you have underneath you is the Nine of Cups in the upright. The Nine of Cups, if you're single, what it's saying is you're wishing to get into a relationship. It's saying that you still have hope for getting into a relationship, or you're hoping that something positive comes out when you're dealing with a person one on one, that they may want to be in a relationship with you. You may be thinking about that with somebody you're trying to meet, or somebody is thinking that about you, that once they meet you, they're hoping that it can materialize into something more better when it comes to a one-on-one relationship. As for couples up, it seems like you're wishing that the situation you are in with your companion can work out to a positive conclusion, that you would not have to walk away from them, but you hoping that something will come in, or something that you would hope that would change in that person would materialize, so you could stick around with the person and go and keep your relationship on track. What you have behind you is the Eight of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse is saying that maybe in the past your potentials of finding a relationship, um, you just didn't have the energy to go and pursue, to like put yourself out there real fast. You trying to be reserved, and this is for singles, trying to be reserved. When it is your pursuit for a relationship, something is slowing you down, and it's more of an emotional thing. Maybe you have to step back and really think about yourself first before trying to bring somebody in on a one-on-one relationship. You could be presenting that to the people you met in the past, or you could have be presenting that now to people you meet, or they're presenting that to you, that they having no drive about themselves, or no kind of spark about themselves personality wise, to make you want to rush and go and get them to be in a one-on-one relationship. For people that's already coupled up, it's saying that maybe at one time your relationship was moving fast, or everything was like this carnival ride. Now everything is slowed down, and maybe as it was slowing down, you kind of started to realize different stuff that you overlooked before that was in the relationship, and now you're second questioning it, and it's making you second question how solid your relationship is. And maybe that's why the thought you having to walk away, because it's not the same like it was before, with the fast pace, or this this spark it had in the relationship. What you have crowning above you is the Seven of Cups in reverse. So for singles, you're feeling like no matter what you do and how you put yourself out there, in a sense of being wanting to be in a relationship with somebody, you have a feeling that everybody you pick is not a good option for you, or you run into these people that they all have different aspects or views, or different types of emotional things that they want to bring in a relationship, and all of them to you is just not working with the way you're thinking about how you want to be in a one-on-one relationship. So you're kind of saying, well, it's no options, or the market is dead of trying to get into a relationship with somebody, and everybody I'm picking just ain't coming with something that will levitate me to them to be in a relationship. And they could be thinking this about you, or you could be presenting that out to somebody else. As somebody already coupled up, it's saying that you've been with the person for a while, and even if you did leave a person, you're unsure of what will be out there for you to restart back over. If you're really thinking about leaving the current relationship or marriage that you in, you are questioning if you leave this person or detach from this person and start something new. Is it something else out there other than what you already have right now in your present time? What you have as the last card is the Five of Cups in the upright. The Five of Cups in the upright is definitely a card of being um stuck on what went wrong. And for singles, you may be stuck on what went wrong with your past relationship, so it's making you still hopeful in your heart, but everything you're running across ain't working, and you keep dwelling on it. And also, if you're single trying to find somebody, you're throwing those old emotions on somebody else. You're cookie cutting your prospects of finding somebody new. And I'm just gonna keep it 100. You're so emotionally attached to what happened to you in the past when it came to your past relationships, that now as you go out and try to find somebody else, you are stamping everybody that comes in your presence with that old characteristic, and at the same time is cutting off your options of finding somebody new. Maybe somebody is thinking that about you because you putting up this kind of weird wall, or you're presenting that to somebody else. If you're um already coupled up, what it's saying is, when it comes to the relationship and your bond, you're holding old negative stuff over the relationship, and it's putting a blockage of moving forward and trying to work things out in your relationship to hope that it could be on a better level. It's like if something went wrong, they're holding it. Either your companion is holding it over your head, or you holding it over your companion's head. That whatever they did in the past, now all of a sudden that becomes now the main issue that is pushing your relationship forward, instead of you walking away and just saying maybe it's some stuff we could still work on. You just keep bringing, or your companion just keeps bringing up the same stuff, and then becoming more of this robotic verbal issue that keeps putting roadblocks of moving your relationship forward or recrafting your relationship to a better level. And that's why this card of use ancient wisdom is saying go inside yourself and really analyze what is going on in the relationship. So definitely I'm finna get some clarifiers, you cards, for this reading. I might have to clarify everything on this board except the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups says for singles and couple up that you have hope in it. You have hope in it, but everything that's hidden around it is leaving you confused of which way to move. So let me see what this Eight of Cups was going on. Usually I would just read reversals, but starting out in the middle with Eight of Cups with that mind frame is not really good. So you have the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Sorry about that. The King of Pentacles in the upright usually means it's a person that is very successful, or they're very grounded. It's just saying in the reverse, singles, whoever you meet, they're not financially grounded. That's one of the options that that you may not want in a relationship. So they're presenting themselves and they're not solid or stable. As somebody already coupled up, what it's saying is maybe a outside factor is hitting your relationship, and it has something to do with more on a tangible thing that's causing a disruption in your relationship. It's starting to become the issue in the relationship instead of tying that issue up and moving on. Is now becoming the new focal point of what your relationship is now. Wow. You got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Wow. For singles, you meet another person in the month of May that is just straight up lazy. Just straight up lazy. They don't have no drive about themselves, and and or maybe you don't have no drive on going out and finding somebody, and it's because it's just you feel is nothing out there when it comes to a potential partner. So you kind of reserving your energy. To me, it seems like you're reserving your energy and trying to get your footing on to something else, and not really focusing at love at this time. When it comes to people coupled up, it's just saying that whatever this financial issue that's hitting your relationship and causing a disruption with your bond, it's basically saying it's this is more of an ongoing thing, because usually aces mean new. It means new passion, new drive, new information. It seems like it's the old issue that keeps popping up in your relationship, that is keep being harped on with the Five of Cups. It's being over, is almost driving a nail in a coffin kind of thing. And it's like, okay, because either you or your companion won't let it go. They just won't let it go, and it's causing you wanting to walk away from it. So let's see what the Five of Wands, what made it slow down. Okay, you have the Seven of Cups in the upright. So definitely for singles, the people that was coming to you, it was a bunch of options that were coming to you. But like I said before, with it being in reverse at the top of the reading, it's saying you had all these options coming at you for potential people to be in a relationship with, but none of them was presenting anything that you wanted to deal with. Maybe at one time that they may have found out you got out of a relationship, they all rushed to you, but they was all the wrong type of people, or they was all trying to offer something and you just was not trying to hear them at that time. For people already coupled up, is what it's saying is that in the past you had options to try to work different things in your relationship, but you didn't jump or move or took advantage of them. That it was kind of like they was brought up and you ignored it, or your companion ignored them. When they was brought up, the options was brought up and somebody kind of sat back and didn't try to work it in the relationship to help the relationship better. It seemed like either you brought it up to them or they brought it up to you, and somebody ignored them. That, we can do this when we can go to the movies, and we can do this and we can do that, and it was like, okay, whatever. They just showed no enthusiasm of whatever somebody was bringing up in a relationship to help it better. That's why the Eight of Wands is in reverse. Okay. You have the Four of Swords in reverse in the past. So that already proves that for singles, whoever was trying to come at you, these people or these candidates were rushing. They was rushing too fast on you. Usually the Four of Swords in the upright means that you kind of taking a rest and stepping back and regrouping yourself. But whoever, all these people, these potential people was coming at you, they was rushing at you so fast and trying to offer different stuff, and none of the stuff was working for you, that you went into a mode of, okay, I'm just not gonna just go and venture out and try to find somebody, because these people was coming with a bunch of stuff and none of it is working for me. I mean, they saying these lies, or they talking these empty promises with nothing physical to back them up, or and you just was like, I'm over it. Let me kind of step out of the situation of these people rushing at me and redo something else. As if for being in a couple, it's saying that either you or your companion was trying to throw all these ideas of trying different things into the relationship in hopes to make it better, but they was throwing them at you so fast that you could not interpret what was going on. It sent you in a confusion, like, okay, you throwing all this stuff, now what's wrong with our relationship? Sometimes if you're in a relationship and you throw a lot of stuff on your companion at one time, it makes their brain switch from, okay, what's really going on in our relationship, what's going wrong in our relationship. So who your companion, either you did it or your companion did it, was throwing so much at you at one time that it became a burden. It wore you down. It made you want to think about leaving this person. It was just way too much going on for you at that time. So let me go ahead and see what the Seven of Cups is. Wow. A lot of people, they got a lot of heart in it. I can really say that. It's a lot of heart jumping off in this reading. Okay. You have the Page of Swords in the upright. The Page of Swords in the upright for singles. Some of these candidates you were meeting, they were younger than you, but they was talking crazy. Because usually pages, usually they think about stuff and they're just now learning how to express the way they feel, but they mentally think about it. But the thought and how they was expressing themselves was not connecting. It was just not connecting. You was hearing them, but it was like, okay, that don't sound right. Okay, you're going to offer me this, but you don't have a job, or you gonna buy me all this stuff, but you ain't got no coins. It was whatever they was offering you, it was not matching up. The talk was not matching up with the do. The talk was not matching up with the do, and it's probably one of the people that you was coming at you with these Seven of Cups in the past, or you presented yourself like that, and somebody thought, okay, you making all that talk, but you ain't got no do to go with it. So it is what it is. But as for people was already coupled up. It was just saying at the time it was new ideas that was being brought into the relationship. Some of them you may have felt that they was a little bit too childish, kind of, that what they was bringing up to interject in a relationship. You thought that your relationship was past that level, that you had to do certain little things to try to re-trigger certain sparks in your relationship. You felt the ideas that either your companion brought to you or you brought to them. They thought it was too infantile for the state of where your relationship is now. It was like, okay, you want to jump and go somewhere butt naked. No, that, we too grown for that. We've been together for a long time, and this happens, and we should be grown in that. We should be able to find some grown folk stuff to do in the relationship. So they felt the ideas that you was bringing to them were just, they took it as that they was just not fitting for your relationship to craft it better. Wow, I am so done. Five of Cups in reverse. Old issues. The stamp came out again. The stamp card for singles. You kept stamping people. You was holding on. Somebody in the past hurt you real bad. Somebody did you, I ain't gonna lie, somebody did you like graveyard dirt, because you are still stuck on what somebody did in the past, that you keep machining that image on everybody you meet. You just carbon copying that stereotype or your personal feelings based on a bad situation or a bad relationship, because the Five of Cups came out again in the upright. So it's like, and that goes for couples too. It's an old issue that is not being let go. Either it's an old issue that maybe your companion cheated on you, it's an old issue dealing with spending money that won't be let go. It's an old issue that keeps recurring and keeps being the focal point of the relationship. I mean, I should stop clarifying now, because with two Five of Cups, that mean it's definitely meaning old issues keep getting brought up in the relationship, and they can't move past that point. Let's see what you have. Wow. Nine of Swords in the upright on this Five of Cups. Wow. Mulling over old ish singles, mulling over old people you dealt with in the past, and just keep going over it. You see this card? This girl biting her finger. She about to eat her finger off because she just cannot let it go. Just cannot let it go. And this is for couples up too. I mean, just can't let it go. I mean, she about to be a cannibal on herself on this finger because she just cannot let it go. Okay. Okay. This reading might go longer than I think it's going to go, cuz I mean, you got the devil eating at your, I mean, you chained to whatever this old issue is. This is for singles and couple up. You chained to some old issue. You got the devil eating at your arm, making you eat at your finger. Wow. Okay. Wow. Old issues. Just mulling over them, keeping analyzing what went wrong, and what went wrong, instead of moving forward past that point to correct it. Wow. I'm done. I'm super done. I'm super done. Three of Swords in the upright. Wow. So this old issue for singles, you dealt with somebody that cheated on you. You dealt with somebody that you put all your stuff, your energy, and your heart into it. They turned around and shattered your heart real bad. Either you found out they was cheating on you, or they had somebody on the side, or you invested all this stuff in them, all this time to craft the relationship the way you wanted it, and it just did not materialize. You was maybe hoping it was, but it didn't materialize. It just didn't materialize. It didn't materialize into the way you wanted it. As for somebody already coupled up, it seemed like you invested all your time with your companion, and it just keeps having you at a letdown. It keeps having a letdown for you because you're investing and you're trying to work with the issues, but it's just not, they're just not going the way you want to. You're hoping, but they're not going the way you want to. Let me go ahead. I'm going to move these cards up. This reading going to be real long, but I got plenty of time on that computer. So let me see why the Nine of Cups what you hoping for, because this is going to, you got the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands ain't that bad. A lot of people think it's bad. It's a time to sit back and reanalyze. You've been through a battle, and it's time to sit back and see where your footing is. That you have to see how far you came, or in couples, you have to see how far your relationship has came from the start, to reanalyze, to make a step forward. And that's what it seems like singles have to do, is step back and kind of brush this whole bad relationship vibe off, and maybe it is taking you to go embody some ancient wisdom by going inside yourself and sitting back and definitely reanalyzing stuff. And that's for couples too, just to sit back, step out of all the drama that's being put in the relationship, to get your emotions worked up and reanalyze something. One of the thing is, who somebody is, this is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Pentacles upright is usually reserving. What it's saying to me is that it's open. It's still some for couples. It's still your companion is still open to be receptive, but maybe they emotionally is shut down at this point due to something. It may can be due to some kind of financial thing, but they kind of worried about, and it keeps being brought up and keep egged in their face, kind of. So it's saying it's still room. And as for singles, it's still room for you to open up, and don't be too reserved and cut off of what is being offered to you from a people. It's saying take a chance, basically. Take a chance on whoever comes up to you. Take a chance and stop putting this stamp on them like they're the last person. Or if you're a couple up, stop bringing up the old issue. Move past that point. You know, stop being closed off, and let that old issue go. Last card. Wow, I'm done. Five of Swords in the upright. So to me, Five of Swords, a lot of people say is a empty victory, but in this situation, a little victory may go a long way. No matter how it comes about, it may be able to move forward and give you some closure, or some kind of reassurance that the relationship has not totally dissolved. And this is for people that's coupled, already coupled up. And if it's singles, it's just saying that if you put yourself out there, you may find somebody that you want to um be in a relationship with. And 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 it can give you maybe a renewal sense of some kind of you making progress forward, even though you may not like it or it makes you feel uncomfortable, but you can move forward. I'm gonna throw a bonus card on top of it. I'm getting into the Vortex love relationship card. I'm not gonna put it in the description box, but because this reading went so crazy, I have to put a total message in it. Because embody ancient wisdom, I do like the chord, but it's not concrete on how you need to move with this. So see how this is going to work. You know, see how this is going to work out for you. Mm. Okay, that two fell out. Let me see what these two say. Oh. Okay, get yourself together. This one says, my true success is measured by my alignment. So it's saying regroup the situation, or regroup yourself to go ahead and try to keep everything in line when it comes to a relationship or finding somebody. Our various behaviors adds the planet's well-being. Now, it's a cute card, but it just to me is really saying is, you know, you might have to step back, reserve yourself, double analyze yourself, and double see if it's something in you that's causing the relationship to go wrong, or you finding the wrong type of people to deal with when you're trying to get into a one-on-one, and kind of step inside yourself and see if your behavior as a couple is contributing to this kind of weird pattern that's happening in the month of May in your relationship. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.